Shaboobity bop bop beady bop beady bop bop beady bop.
That was the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey there, I'm Katie.
I'm Brandon.
And welcome to Spectre Space, the show where every single week we talk about something ghastly, ghoulish, or something mythical, or so we talk about it, and it's
Phenomenon's
cool.
a big word.
Yeah. I got some of those locked and loaded up in here, so.
Whenever I say that, I turn into Jimmy Neutron. I'm about to pop a brain blast. Baby!
Pop a brain blast. You see all like the neurons just firing off. Is that how that works? I'm not a neuroscientist.
Did you watch the show? You go into Jimmy Neutron's brain. Okay?
It's been a
and
while.
Then you travel through his electrical little brain stem. All right, never mind. I'm not going to go into the
Don't talk about his little brain stem.
I'm not going
like
to go
that.
into just life of Jimmy Neutron, okay? The inner workings, the inner theory of Jimmy Neutron.
Even though in the show you literally go inside of him. That came
Babes,
out
he's
wrong.
like 12.
That came out wrong. So did that. Anyway, this episode we're talking about aliens and found footage of aliens. So this episode, if you are listening on Spotify or any of the podcast apps and you can't see us, I highly recommend you pop over to our YouTube channel so that way you can also see the footage that we are watching.
Or you could just imagine it in your head and just make it way cooler than it actually is, and that would be awesome.
You do you, boo. So this first video is some surveillance footage from Yosemite. Yosemite? I've heard it said both ways. I'm pretty sure it's Yosemite.
If you call it Yosemite,
I might get like
you will get a gypsy curse.
Punch-throated? Throat punched? I've had a day. Okay, so in 2007, there was some surveillance footage from Yosemite National Park, just a little upwards above Fresno, California. And the security footage showed the park late at night. Nobody was in the park. It was closed. And all of a sudden in this video, two figures kind of start walking across the frame. Now that just might sound like, oh, maybe some trespassers. Nope, they look like pants. Straight up.
They literally look like pants. I've seen this video.
They look like little pantaloons just walking across the frame, and honestly, they're kind of cute. This footage, it surfaced, it got passed around the internet, as it do, and lots of people were trying to theorize exactly what was on this video, and nobody really ever came to a conclusion. Some people think it's extraterrestrial, some others don't. They think it's a hoax. It might have been proven. Don't really know. It's fun to think as if it's a unexplained mystery. But in the end, even though they didn't know what it was, they dubbed them the Fresno Nightcrawlers. So, this first video, it is the original footage that people saw.
We're going to watch the video and discuss it.
You ready?
Yep. There's pants. They're walking. Kind of looks weird, like they're tied up in a knot at the top.
Yeah. Like they have like a tiny little head and then really long legs.
Yeah.
They seriously look like white cotton parachute pants, and they're just kind of walking. There's one that's big, that's more close to the camera, and there's one a little bit farther away that's kind of smaller.
Yeah.
So that is our first little bit of footage. What'd you think about that?
I feel like the more I watch it, the weirder it is. Because if you look at the smaller pants, the legs move in like a weird, inhuman way. The knees bend like chickens.
They bend backwards.
You know, like chicken legs, how they go like the opposite. They go like the opposite way. Like they go like their knees bend like, forward.
Yeah, and then there's their little foot, and then maybe I'll just draw a diagram.
Yeah, draw a chicken diagram.
I guess I'm not really an expert on any special effects or anything like that, or like puppeteering. I just don't know how they would engineer that for if it was a hoax.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a way, but it's still kind of interesting.
Do you want to see my impression of the Nightwalkers?
Yeah. That's good.
Oh no. Yeah, so that was our first little bit of found footage.
They got some nice leg movement.
They do. It's so smooth.
Yeah, it is some. They got that smooth leg.
They're just kind of like swaying back and forth, having a good. They're having a nice stroll through the forest. Yosemite is beautiful. I don't blame them.
They're kind of just strutting through the forest.
Yeah, they're strutting.
Do you think it's like a baby one, like a little baby Nightcrawler?
What do you think? Oh.
What do you think they're like dating?
No, they're kind of walking far away. I'm assuming that it's just a juvenile.
A little juvenile pair of pants.
Juvenile pair of pants. Exactly. So I'm gonna pull up the next clip. This one I think was a hoax, and I'll explain why after we watch it, just to kind of give you an idea. So we have another little figure that looks like pants, kind of. That's it crawls out from behind a fence and it starts walking across a pool.
At least it looks like a pool. It could be like grass.
It looks like a pool, but there's like pool chairs and like lounge chairs and
true.
stuff next to it, and it's in a backyard. So my guess is it's a pool. I could be wrong. But this one, I can even tell that it's probably a hoax, because it really looks like there is just an invisible piece of
like a fishing
string.
line or something.
Yeah, a fishing line that's like strung across their backyard. One person is hiding behind the fence, kind of feeding the line with the piece of like, it was like maybe like a white towel or something that's kind of tied to the top of it. And there's another person at the end of the frame who's pulling it across the pool.
Do you want to reenact it?
Yes, because
Let's do it.
That's hard to imagine. So I have rigged up a little something.
This is Katie Busters.
Katie Busters, yes. In memoriam of Mythbusters, one of my favorite shows growing up. So here's our little thing. I'm going to start with it, or Brandon's going to start holding it on his side, and we're going to try to be out of frame. It probably won't work all the way, but I'm going to be at the other side, and we're going to kind of like recreate the movement that it's doing. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Oh, watch out the microphone.
Oh. Yeah.
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 See, that's what I'm thinking of at least. It's not exact.
Yeah, so I see what you're saying. That it could be pulled. In the beginning frame, it sort of looks like it's a pair of legs though. They kind of look like they move like independently.
Yeah.
And like even just us trying it right now, it definitely looks more convincing in the film. Like I almost feel like I don't even know how they do it. Like I feel like one end would have to be tied to something.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was like pull. And they could have done it where this is awkward, I'm sorry. Where they could have like taken the piece of towel or whatever it was, and they could have like bunched it up a little bit, so that way you have two strands that are going kind of like that.
Looks like it, yeah.
I don't know.
That's true.
I like I said, I could be completely wrong, and it really is an alien. I would love to believe in aliens. I truly would.
But it definitely seems like something you could fake.
Yeah.
Like
easy.
With some practice, I think we can make it look
like
realistic.
It could be stilts. It could be like a puppet or something like that.
Probably not stilts.
Well, that was a theory that most
Stilts?
people had.
Really?
Yeah. There was a
just
person,
like okay, yeah. Not the video, but just like it in general. Okay.
Oh yeah, the one before.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
very
Okay,
first
sorry. Yeah.
clip I showed you. Mm-hmm. People thought it was like stilts, and even then, I'm just like,
yeah.
I don't know how that would work, but whatever. Like I said, not an expert. So yeah, that was the Fresno Nightcrawlers videos that we saw. There's a few other footage if you want to look it up on YouTube. Some of it is more grainy, so I didn't include that stuff just because it's really hard to point out. But we're going to move on to another clip. This clip is actually pretty special because it happened in our home state of Colorado. Ooh. It was a few years ago. I love this video. And
I don't think I've seen it.
I don't know if you have, but personally, I love this video.
We'll whip it out. So that's Dobby from Harry
Dobby,
Potter.
right? It's Dobby. But like, watch its movements. He's like doing a little chicken dance. I don't even know.
It's so skinny and gangly too.
Right?
Like if that was your child,
it looks like a little kid, but it's just like that kid is like emaciated. They need to be taken away.
Yeah, honestly.
Like
no wonder why that kid's acting strange. It's because he's probably starving or something.
Right? He's doing like a little chicken dance. He has like his underwear on his head. I don't know.
Or like pigtails or something.
Something like that.
Or maybe just big Dobby ears. Like that's Dobby the elf.
It literally looks exactly like little naked Dobby.
Yeah.
Dobby has been given a viral video. Dobby is free. I had to. So maybe Dobby's real. And maybe Hogwarts is real. Maybe wizards are real, and we're just muggles.
What would you rather be real, like the Star Wars universe or Harry Potter?
Oh, Star Wars 100%. I love both.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
But lightsabers, like.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it too, I should have specified that like if the Harry Potter world was real, you were a wizard. Because if not, then I feel like then it's just a regular world. You know what I mean?
I'm still going to have to go with Star Wars. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I've always wanted to be a Jedi.
Yeah, Star Wars is good. I think I would choose Star Wars too.
Yeah, same. So that clip that I showed you with the little Dobby alien, Sorry, that was my impression of the Dobby
The
alien.
chicken dance.
Little chicken dance. So yeah, that took place here in Colorado in La Junta.
La Hunta.
La Junta.
I feel like that was recent. Like, I
It
remember
was
seeing
like fairly recent.
this on the news.
Yeah, it was like all over the news. Yeah, 2019.
2019.
It's like pretty recent.
Yeah, it was really recent, actually. Yeah.
That's gonna be my favorite alien so far.
It was the COVID alien. It was like the harbinger of death. That was it.
That
It was that specific Dobby looking thing.
I don't like it anymore.
I actually have an alien encounter story.
Ooh,
Yeah, I don't know if I ever told you my UFO story.
I don't think you have.
Okay, so I was in Utah at the time, and I was like riding an ATV, I think, with one of my friends. And we probably went like, I don't know, 10 miles in like this mountain on our ATVs. And I think we got like one of them stuck. We had to drive back on one ATV. So like we went back to the ranch or whatever. We hooked up the trailer and drove all the way back to where we were, picked up the ATV and drove back. And while we were driving back, and this was probably like 10 o'clock at night, and we see this like sparkler streaking through the sky. And it wasn't like a shooting star because it was massive, like huge. And it looked like a firework, but the firework didn't end. Like it just kept going and going, like sparkling through the sky, and it didn't end. It was huge too. It was like massive. And then it started fragmenting into a bunch of like sparkling pieces. And then it just like eventually like went behind the mountains. Like I couldn't see it anymore.
Huh.
The news said it was a Chinese spacecraft or something that like, or satellite that
Like entered the atmosphere.
yeah, and it was crash landing basically, which is believable. But then also it's like if they wanted to cover up something, like what a better, excuse, right?
Could it have also been like a meteor?
It was so big. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess it could have been, but like it was so bright and sparkly and just like huge. Like it was weird. It didn't look like just like a little. It was like really slow moving too. Like
was just
I have footage of it.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I'll post it. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I want to see it after this.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
cool.
have to ask. I was with my friend Austin, so I'll have
Yeah.
him send it to us. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, it could be a meteor or anything. But like I said, I would love to believe in aliens.
Right.
The more evidence, the better, I think.
I mean, if you think about it, like there's so many planets. I mean, even if there was like outside of our solar system, even there's so many planets. We just know these like select few ones in our solar system. But even that is just such a small sample size,
I know. There's like tons of other like new solar systems. The closest one to us is called Alpha Centauri.
Yeah, it's 4 light years
there's
away.
there's like a few planets. I don't really know the planets' names just because they're a sequence of like numbers and letters.
Yeah, like
because
CA132.
scientists.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like a few planets in that solar system that scientists believe could possibly be like viable and like Earth-like.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, even if it isn't Earth-like, like who's to say that Earth is the only type of planet that could even support life,
True.
There's something called the Fermi Paradox. I don't know if you heard about that.
I think so.
I'm probably going to butcher this, but there's a bunch of different scenarios inside the Fermi Paradox, I believe. And most of them are basically explaining why, if or why not, aliens haven't been in contact with us or why we haven't, seen them or whatever it is. I mean, obviously it's a couple of things. Like, obviously, like the closest star, like you were saying, Alpha Centauri is like over 4 light years away, I think.
Yeah,
And that's
it,
if you're going light
yeah.
speed. Like that's if, and we can even get close to that. So then, so that's one. They're too far away. Another one is it's time, right?
Yeah.
You think about time. We're in this specific moment in time, very specific. You think about how much time has like ever passed, like 4 billion years. And well, that's just Earth. Sorry, that 4 billion years that Earth has been here, and then the universe has been around for 16 billion years, I believe.
Yeah.
So you take that into account and say like, well, you have to be alive at this time, smart enough to send us a signal,
Yeah, exactly.
and then be able to decode it. That's a whole nother thing, right? So I mean, there's so many different variables. Like even if aliens are abundant in the universe, like all those factors coincide. It could almost be impossible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm like looking it up because I was looking this up earlier just because I really like space and aliens and I want to know. So I was
Right.
looking this up on if humans could possibly actually go to the Alpha Centauri system. So it says here, Alpha Centauri, the closest star system to Earth, is just 4 light years away. However, while the star system is remarkably close to cosmic standard, 4 light years is actually quite far away, and according to some estimates, would take roughly 6,300 years to get there with existing technology.
Jeez, that's crazy.
If humans could figure out how to travel at even a fraction of light speed, like I think it was like a tenth of light speed, it would still take them like 50 to 60 years or something to actually get to the system.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So-
I mean, that's still insanely fast. Like, that's still in a human lifetime that could happen, right?
Yeah, still, yeah. Because if you think about Mass Effect Andromeda, video game talk, so in Mass Effect Andromeda, they go to another galaxy, the Andromeda Galaxy. They're all the humans, they're put into like cryogenic pods. So they're put to sleep for like 600 years, 630 years.
Yeah, because you'd like die by the time you get
Yeah,
there.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone's like in cryo and everything. So
Makes
Yeah.
you think too, like after you left your home planet,
You'd
it wouldn't be the
gone,
same.
like,
It would be
all
gone.
of your loved
Everybody
ones,
would,
they
yeah.
would be, and that's what you deal with throughout the game is like, oh yeah, all of our loved ones, they're not alive anymore.
You know, there's a
It's
movie.
crazy.
If you like space, there's a movie we need to see, and it's Oh wait, no, I remember. Interstellar. We need to watch Interstellar.
I have heard that's good.
It's crazy because they have this one thing that happens called time dilation, and apparently it all has to do with mass, like of like whatever planet you're on. So like the more massive something is, the more it like warps like space time. So
Yeah.
like time goes faster while you're on more massive planets. Every minute they spent on that planet, it was like spending like 6 months on their home planet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I think I've like seen bits and pieces of Interstellar, but
It's
I
so
would always
good.
fall asleep. I don't know why. Just some movies do that to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm actually like interested and I actually want to watch it.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Do you have any like theories on like real world experiences that would suggest that aliens or extraterrestrials are real?
Yeah, so there's this one video caught by a Navy pilot. It's been all over the news, but it's called Go Fast. And in this footage, there's like a Navy pilot who's in a, like an F-16 or something like that. And he's filming this insanely fast like ball, and it's moving like across the water. Well, at least it looks like it's going across the water, like insanely fast. And then I think it like either like dips into the water and you can like even like see like a splash, like a spurt. And then it's just like that's the end of the video. It's
just
crazy.
gone?
Yeah, and then
That's-
the pilot's freaking out. He's like, "What is going on?" He was like, "This is crazy." And apparently the Navy out in California, they see that stuff all the time. Like it wasn't just like
That's-
a one-time occurrence. And a lot of times what they say is it will appear in one part of the radar, and then they'll track it down, and then it blips all the way to another part, like hundreds of miles away.
So crazy.
Yeah. To your point of like, what do I think these things are? No clue.
No clue.
Yeah.
It's like I can't even think of something that would explain that.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Like-
it would have to be, not have to be, but most likely would be a drone because it was so
Do they
erratic.
travel that fast though?
I mean, this one was. It was moving and stopping so quickly in like erratic
Like
motions.
so suddenly just
Yeah, to
like
where the
darting
G-force would
around.
kill you. Like, there's no way that you would survive that.
So it's got to be like remote control.
Either that
Something
or
like
they
that.
have some like anti-gravity things to where it doesn't matter about G-force because they have their own, I guess, gravity in there or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's above my pay grade. I don't know nothing about nothing.
I just talk about it.
I go on Farmville on Facebook and I have my mom get my crops for me sometimes, but I'm a hard worker.
I'm a hard worker.
What
There's-
about you?
There's also, I wouldn't say more like found footage. It's more of just theories about drugs. Hear me out. Like
right.
some people when they take like some drugs like LSD or DMT or just all these crazy hallucinogens,
Yeah.
they start to hallucinate and they experience otherworldly things or like they're astral projecting or something like that.
Yeah.
People's theories have been that our human life is just a hallucination and we are the hallucination inside of an alien's mind who is under the influence of some other drugs.
Oh, that's weird.
So we're created by the aliens, and when we dream or when we like take drugs like that, you're actually sort of waking up as the alien and experiencing their life and then going back under. I don't know. It's
Weird.
crazy. I read about it once and it was
It's like going through the veil. It's almost like the simulation theory.
That too.
Yeah. But that's a whole another thing. And I guess it's
That's a
not,
whole other
well,
thing.
I guess it is kind of alien related because then you could ask yourself, like, who created the simulation?
Could be like the Rick and Morty
God.
episode
Yeah.
where they're in a simulation.
Oh, my favorite one is where he's playing. They go to that arcade and they play that game where you're just like a normal dude.
A normal dude, and he's like,
And
that's such a sad game.
And he's like working at the carpet store, and he like goes through his like whole life, and he gets like cancer, and then he just like snaps out of it once he dies. He's like, whoa, whoa.
No, it's so
I really
sad.
hope that's how like our death is. We just like wake up and I was like, dude, that was crazy.
Because he gets cancer. He goes into remission. He beats cancer. And everyone's like, yay, go, Dad, or whoever this guy is. He goes back to work at the carpet shop. He climbs up on a ladder to grab a carpet. He falls off the ladder, breaks his neck, and that's how it ends.
It's so
But
funny.
yeah, maybe it is just like that. Maybe
We're just like playing a game.
maybe we're just like a
like nothing
lizard
special.
who was sunbathing on a rock, and you just wake up. And
It's
it was
like,
just
this
all a
is
dream.
crazy.
You're still just a lizard sunbathing on a rock.
Yeah, I do want to get like more in depth with that theory because I actually heard that physicists think laws of physics, like the math behind it, parallels code. It's like the math behind physics parallels code, which I think is kind of weird.
That is
But then
weird.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll do a spin-off episode on this because I could really get into it.
I know we could go on forever.
I want to go over like astral projection. I want to go over more alien stuff. We should do that. Let's plan on it. Stay tuned for
plan it.
that. Thank you guys so much for watching Spectre Space. We hope you enjoyed. I know we enjoyed this episode quite a bit. If you are interested in more of this content, make sure to subscribe, give us a like, comment, turn on your notifications so that you never miss a video. And also go down in our description box and check out our other social media platforms. If you haven't noticed already, we are wearing these snazzy shirts.
Yes, very snazzy.
Very snazzy indeed.
Very human.
It says The Happy Dead, which is one of our TikToks. Well, he does it mostly. He's the host of The Happy Dead on TikTok. He goes over some more ghastly, ghoulish, mythical stuff. It's really cool.
Little short, mythical, little bite-sized pieces.
Little bite-sized pieces, and it's pretty cool because we almost got 2 million views on one of his videos.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's awesome.
I know by the time this comes out, it's going to be at 2 million. It's
going to be at 2 million.
Manifesting it.
Yeah. So take a look at all of our social medias. We'll be posting pretty much every week. And with that, have a great rest of your day / night or whatever time it is.
Or does time exist at all?
Oh, God.
Do. Close us out.
Close us
Play
out.
the music.
Close us
Play the
out.
music.
Stop.